What's up, people? Welcome to another edition of the Play Out Loud series here on QSC. I feel like it's been a hot minute. What's up, guys? For
What's
those of you who
up?
don't know me, I'm Kristin Wilson. I am out of Orlando, Florida. I have got some of my favorite chick DJs with me here today. I've got DJ Jess out of Pittsburgh. Say what's up, Jess.
What's up, guys? Good to see all your faces.
I'm loving your bun and I'm loving your backdrop today. I also have DJ BSelecta from the West Coast. What's up, B?
What's up, baby girl? Nice to see everybody.
I missed you. And a new face for you guys. I've got DJ BPN out of New Jersey. She also reps on the RDJ Rocks roster here in Florida too. What's up, Sam?
How you doing, Kristin? What's up, everybody? Thank you for having me today.
Thanks for joining me, ladies. Okay, so first and foremost, life is crazy. Busy season is upon us. I saw on Facebook yesterday, I don't know if it's like a meme or like what these things are called, but it says the challenge I'm doing this month is called October. And it's where I just try to get through every day of October. Do you guys feel me or like what?
I heard that. I saw it. I've been escaping life. Recently, I went to Jamaica and did like that whole thing. So I'm still on like that Irie vibe moment. So I'm not as stressed out as everybody else right now.
So, yeah, I feel like you're meant to live in Jamaica with your love of reggae music and the way that you talk sometimes. Like, I'm surprised you didn't just stay there and just get your kids down there with.
Let me tell you something. If my children didn't exist, my booty would be in Jamaica for sure.
Or you could be shaking that booty in Jamaica.
Oh. Girl, I did. Girl. But anyway, so that's me. Go ahead.
Hang on. So I'm not done with Jamaica yet. What was your drink of choice in Jamaica?
Well, okay. So here's the deal. I am allergic to alcohol.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, so my drink of choice was a fresh green smoothie delivered to me every single day on my beach chair by the ocean while I was reading my book.
Nice.
Okay.
Dang.
Bougie.
Okay.
And it wasn't even bougie.
Dream.
It wasn't even bougie. That's why everybody's got to go to Jamaica. Like, it is just,
Wow.
But I feel like that's also bougie. Like a green smoothie on a beach in Jamaica. Like, seriously.
It's like kind of living the dream right there.
For sure. But here's the good part. It's affordable. So everyone can live that dream is what I'm trying to say. It's pretty affordable. It was amazing. Much needed. And I recommend it for all three of you ladies. Like, you work your booties off when you can take a little break to sit still for a second. I was so inspired. It was awesome. I came back ready to go.
You'll have to send us the link to the resort.
All the things. I know everybody. Now I got friends in Jamaica.
Yay. Oh, goodness. We have people starting to join us. What's up, Chris? Hi. He's joining us out of St. Louis. Thanks for coming on today. Sam, what's new? What's going on in New Jersey?
Oh, just another bright day here in good old New Jersey. Another day of pizza and Chinese food. No, things are crazy. Events are happening Monday through Monday. Venues are going crazy, DJs are going crazy, but can't be thankful. I'm so thankful for this. Last year we weren't able to work at all, so I'll take the overflow over no flow at all.
I'm seriously feeling that. Jess, give me an update from Pittsburgh. What's going on with you guys?
So Pittsburgh is crazy. Obviously there's so many events happening, more weddings versus corporate. Corporate never really came back in full swing.
Okay.
The wedding industry is seeing a lot of professionals that have to find replacements, because of COVID still going around, but the community has really come together and supporting each other when they have a day off. Like I was at a wedding a couple weeks ago that I was working and the videographer canceled that night, or actually it was that morning. So one of the best videographers in our industry had the day off and he's like, look, I have to help out. So he showed up and helped out. As far as me being busy, I still kind of stuck to my philosophy of not overworking myself. So I took off the weekend of the 23rd because it's my birthday. So I'm not working then. And then after that, the weekend of Halloween, I also didn't book anything. So I am busy, but I didn't overload myself. And I also make sure to take time, like 2 weekends ago, I think it was, to take a girls trip with my best friend. So I've just been balancing, I'm not saying I'm meditating every day. Like that is not true at all, but I'm definitely taking downtime so that I don't get overwhelmed and then my performance stinks.
I love that. You know what's crazy? So obviously, for those of you who tune in all the time, notice like I'm in a new office space because I'm back at the warehouse, and we had our first in-person operations meeting not yesterday, but the week before. Yesterday's ops meeting, I almost wanted to pull my hair out. I left the office an hour before I wanted to. I was in tears. I'm like, oh my God, I remember what this was like. And like, so I in my head, I'm like, okay, Kristin needs a whole new routine here because I think we talked about this earlier where you find habits and routines and like, let me have 2 days off, or let me have a day off, or let me have like a Jamaica or a girls trip. That ain't going to happen for Kristin in the next like 3 to 4 months. It's go, 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 go. So last night when I left the warehouse, I'm like, okay, I need to get it together because I can't be frazzled. And I'm like, let me go on a walk. Let me take a few like hours downtime and then I'll get back at the laptop. So I think, I'll kind of evolve my routine to be like a couple hours here and there just so that I can like reset and make sure that I am rejuvenating so I can be the best version. So like, it's go time. Let's go. Here we go. Busy season.
Yeah,
How
that's
are
true.
you going for our DJ Rocks right now? I know I see you posting all the events and you're traveling a ton too. So what's going on in your world?
It honestly is crazy. Like I was just texting Sam earlier today, like, hey, date check. I need somebody to come down, Events are really starting to pick up. I just pulled some of our data as we closed out Q3, which was the end of September. And like, it's literally wild. Like we're up 300%. Like, I mean, obviously that's exaggerated because last September we weren't doing a lot. So those are exaggerated numbers, but even the incoming requests, like Jenny and I are a bit overwhelmed, not going to lie. So we're just kind of having to change our sales process a little bit because I mean, we can't get on the phone with everybody who's calling the office right now. We've got to make sure that we continue to pump the brakes a little bit, and we want to make sure that we are giving the highest level of service that everyone expects. And so that means like, hey guys, wait times are a little bit longer than anticipated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're in demand, girl. What can you do? That's great. That's what you got to do.
oh, Run Dat's on here. Hey, Run Dat. Hey,
What's up,
Frank.
Run Dat?
Hey,
Hi,
Butch.
Frank.
Thanks for joining us, you guys. And it's funny. I want to touch on this just for a little bit because we're having to put in a bunch of orders for equipment and make sure that we're set up for the season. And I noticed on one of the suppliers' website they had a notice at the very top of the page, and we all know this in this industry, but it was saying manufacturers are encountering severe supply chain issues as a result of the pandemic. So ETA on wait times. And then aside from that, there was an event that I was doing and it was at the venue and they had posted a sign and it said, please be kind. The world is understaffed. And then it had a few more things. And I was like, wow, I wonder if that's something that like we need to incorporate on our websites or like even in our emails to our clients. Like just be kind right now. Like if you ask for something for last minute, I probably don't have staff available. And like I need more than 5 hours to respond because the events industry is overwhelmed right now. Thoughts on any of that?
100%. First of all, I got goosebumps because like, who would have known, this whole pandemic, everything that's going on, maybe some people were like, I bet your supply is going to go down, but like literally this is the aftermath and we just keep experiencing new things that are coming up. It's crazy. The wedding that I just did this past Saturday, I was talking to the coordinator at the place I was at, and she mentioned that they just added a clause into their contract, noting that there may not be the supplies. For example, like barware, they were short on barware and bar napkins because that's just how the world is. So instead of having the, beautiful glass, I don't know, mugs that they typically have, they had to use plastic. So they're just giving a heads up to all of their clients about that. Also, when I was in Berlin, Ohio, we went to a restaurant and they had a sign on the door that said, please be kind. You know, our restaurant is understaffed and just be patient. So it's going to teach everybody a lesson in patience and maybe just kind of drop back on that immediacy of the digital age that we have right now.
I kind of like that plastic cup idea though. No broken glasses on the dance floor. You don't have to stop for a second. Like, I like that.
Find the good in it, right?
Right? You got to look at the positive in all this. So
yeah, for sure. Anybody
Yeah.
else?
Yeah, I think it's important to communicate with your clients. It's got nothing to, you're doing your best you can. It is everywhere. It's here in California too. All the restaurants, all the places have notes asking people to just relax and be kind because they're short staffed or they're short supplies or whatever. It's definitely global, and I think that you should definitely put something like that up. I don't have it's not affecting me personally because I'm not running a big op like you are. But if I were, absolutely, take that pressure off your shoulders.
I think the other thing too that we may run into is like the day of events, right? Like I've experienced this 2 times already. So I want to ask you each of your opinion on this. So from the performance side of the things, when we're at events and let's say the catering team might be 2 or 3 people understaffed. So dinner's running maybe 20 minutes behind for no fault other than this is the aftermath of the pandemic, or maybe the bar is running a little bit slower because they can only put 1 bartender on it. Think about that for a minute and let's touch on how we can, on the day of our event, when it comes to the flow and the performance, how can we kind of set ourselves up for success and be able to continue to be a team player on the day of, knowing that we still have to create a rager?
I mean, I'll go. I think that humor is a great tool. I use humor all the time to like offset issues like that. If something's going wrong or the bartender's late or whatever's happening, keep a couple of jokes in your back pocket because it lightens the mood and it gets people to relax. And then sometimes too, I have like a set folder of filling the space. So if something like that does happen where I want it to be a little more upbeat, you can't have the dinner music going forever. Some people want to kind of party. So I kind of set a second folder, which is kind of that mid-range. We're not raging yet, but we're tired of the dinner music. And we're going to have this in-between phase while things are working themselves out. That would be my 2 suggestions.
Okay. Yeah. Jess, do you have anything to add to that?
Well, first, I want to say what's up to Frank Smith. I like his compliment that he gave us. Thanks, Frank. And if anybody in the audience watching has things that you do to kind of help out whenever things may be running behind because of short staff or whatever, drop it in there. We'd love to see what you're doing too. I haven't experienced a longer, I don't know what the word, why is my brain acting this way? I haven't seen it happening here specifically about short work staff, but there was a horse and carriage at the wedding that I just did this past Saturday or Friday. That's why my brain's acting this way, because it's busy. I am busy. Okay, I am busy. Let's just be real. So the horse and carriage took forever to get to where they were taking photos at. So cocktail hour was cocktail 2.5 hour. So yeah, dude, it was crazy. And it was just one space. If there wasn't many places to go on the venue, it was like legit, like one beautiful ballroom. So what I did was I just made sure they knew what was about to go down, kind of verbally telling them schedule maybe twice in that 2 hours in different words. And then just like Brandy said, I went to a separate crate of music, my like 115, maybe my 120 remixes of songs like Don't Worry, Be Happy. Like I bang that sometimes whenever there's a time lapse, and just kind of taking it into that like EDM chill lounge meets a little bit hype. If that's even a thing.
Yeah.
I think I should stop here.
I think one of the things that I've found myself doing is even the day of, I don't even mind recommending changing up the timeline and the flow. Nate Nelson just joined us. What up, Nate? Thanks for joining us. So like, for example, if, the reception is introductions, first dance, right into, let's say, dinner, and then toast are at the tail end of dinner. If I've noticed that like dinner's running a little bit behind or they can't get it started, I'll suggest, hey, let's go ahead and move up the toast, right? Or like, if there is some sort of delay in cake cutting, maybe you kind of look at your timeline and say, what can we move around to kind of fill that in with one of the special moments of the reception during the downtime, so it doesn't eat up your party time. I think for me, that's where I kind of look at it and I say, how can we make sure that at the end of the day, I either am making up or I conserve the most amount of party time possible?
Yeah, that's exactly what I forgot to mention too. That I took their cake cutting and layered it on to like the end of dinner, since the bridal party and the couple eat first. So we kind of just like layered some things onto dinner to save time too.
Yeah,
I agree with everything the three of you ladies said. On top of that, I'm very high energy. So for me, if let's say you have first course and then dinner, and you can see the venue is going to take like 15 minutes to clear, get it served, that's a perfect little teaser dance set. So I'll get everybody up for those 15 minutes, then sit you back down for dinner. Because now I just got, at least 7, 8, maybe even 15, depending on how long I have of your requests in that first set. That was just a teaser. So that's, but again, like when I was on the West Coast living in Seattle, that wasn't really a thing. It was more, laid back style. In Jersey, we're here to party. So,
Jersey's crazy.
Yeah, so like it might, like what we do here might not work for your demographic. It works for where we are. So I don't know. That's one thing that I do that works on my end.
I like that. I've tried that once in Florida and it actually worked. But I think you really got to know your client down in Florida to be able to do that.
You definitely, I could agree to that because I've tried it too. And, there's been times where, listen, I get, if I get 30 of you up, great. Like, cool. The 30 of you want to party early. If not, all right, we'll sit down. We'll keep it relaxed. And then there's some Florida weddings where I'm like, oh, my God, like, I don't want to sit these people down right now. Like, we're actually, in a groove. But obviously, with the venue, dinner time is more important. So you sit them down.
Yeah.
So, that's just what I do.
So kind of looking ahead a little bit, what are maybe some of the things that you ladies are doing to ensure that you've got the equipment you need, the setup you need, the staff you need, and maybe not even staff, but just someone to help, lug stuff around in the next couple of months?
So I'm, I contract with companies, but I'm also a little co-op. So it's just me when you book. And, I have all my own gear, so I don't have to, rely on other people for renting. Like I contribute everything we have. And I'm also, listen, I'm young, but my body feels like it's like 85 from doing this job for so long. So I always have somebody with me. Mm-hmm. Not only is it to help me lift and set up, but let's say I'm in the middle of a dance set and I have to make sure cake cutting is on time. How can I be in the DJ zone and running to the maitre d'? So I have that person kind of as like my helper for the night. So they'll, do the little B work, But
wait,
like,
you mean to tell me you don't have an extra set of limbs? You can't be in two places at once? And you can't be like on a microphone talking to a caterer and mixing music at the same time?
Talk about it.
Wait, hold on, Kristin. Imagine if there was a clone of me. You know me. Imagine if there was two of me. Imagine how much energy that would be in one spot.
Yeah, but watch out, world. You have to handle to a Sam.
But yeah, like that's I understand how guys do it alone because they don't trust anybody. But just have somebody help you lift. Because at the end of the party, like I just want to lay down on the floor and do nothing for 5 minutes. Yeah. Like I'm tired.
Okay, so here's a health hack from Sam. And I don't know if she'll tell you this or not, but she uses these things called chirp. Is that what they're called, Sam?
Oh my God. Yes.
Bro, can you tell everybody about those?
Oh my God. Okay. Fun fact. Shark Tank. Thank you, Shark Tank. I found it on there. And it's like when you go to the gym, those rollers that they have, it's like that, but made for your back. So I have that and one of those massage guns.
Shit. Let's talk about this.
Exactly. So like,
no, you have no idea. Like they come in and you have to have the actual name brand version chirp. They're like $100 and something. There are 3 different size wheels. And what
every cent.
You put the wheel on the ground and then you lay your back on it like this. Yep. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. And then you literally roll back and like you stretch on it. So like it will crack your back. It stretches your back. You can use it on any part of your back. You can use it on your leg. You could use it on your lower back. So like after lifting like really heavy QSCs,
Yeah.
And like picking up lighting and facades and movers and blah, 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 coming home at the end of the night and just like stretching all that out is like the best.
Especially like, you know, I'll keep it real. I got bad scoliosis. So if you got a bad back, like this will help. Like hands down.
Please, all of it.
Yeah. So if you got a good back, this is like, you know, my wife is like, it doesn't do anything for me. But, you know, for me, I'm like, oh my God, I could move. I could bend. I don't have to use my knees to bend.
Yeah. I'm looking on Facebook Marketplace.
I'm like,
they're the best.
Is that nasty? Should I not?
No, I got it off the Chirp website. So it's 3 different rollers. Each one does different things. Like one's more for pressure, one's for stretching. And they even
we should have
like
thought about this in
advance
advance so we could have created an affiliate link.
Yeah, we should.
Oh yeah. What a massage gun? What is that? I'm all about.
Honestly, I got it off Amazon. It was like $100, and I love every second of it. Oh my God, it's the best.
I'm into all of this, so please send me the link after this if you don't mind.
Absolutely, and then I'll share with everybody after in here too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Morgan. Morgan just said that I have one of those, only one size though. Love it. Lately, it's been my feet that have been killing me though. I wonder if you can do it on your feet. Oh, Morgan, you know what? There's a thing called reflexology where if you look up massages in your area, type in feet reflexology, and they like massage certain parts of your feet based on like all these other things. So I'd probably recommend that.
I can't have somebody touch my feet though. That's like weird.
oh no, don't. You should do that. You're wasting out.
Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna I got ticklish feet, so imagine you're hitting me and then I just kick you. Like I'm gonna get sued for breaking your nose real quick on accident.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, what we do is very like rewarding, but we do have to lug a lot of equipment. And so like, you know, I kind of want to talk about this exciting contest that QSC has coming up because 1, we could get more gear. 2, we talk about why, you know, we're passionate. So for those of you who haven't seen it yet, QSC is doing a Play Out Loud contest where you could win $5,000 in QSC gear. And literally, it's called Obsessed. So all you have to do is create a video and talk about why you are obsessed with what you do. So there's 2 different categories. There's the musician category and the DJ category. So literally record your video of why you're obsessed with what you do. Submit the video and you could win $5,000 in QSC gear. And I'm just going to tell you guys, it's already time block on my calendar and my video is about to be bombed. So there's going to be some competition in here. So
I'm coming for you, Kristin. I'm coming for you, girl. I love it.
It looks like Brad has posted the link to it too in the comments. So
oh yeah, we'll get the link posted right here for you guys. Hey Dawson, hey Riley, thanks for joining us, you guys. So let's kind of go into that a little bit because I feel like literally for a year and a half we've been talking about, you know, the pandemic and this and that, and we've talked business and social media and marketing and like all the things. But let's get back to why we are even doing what the hell we are doing, and that's because we love doing it, right?
Yeah.
So answer this question however you want, but talk to me about why do you DJ? Why do you love doing this? Why do you come back to it? What gets you up every single day to do the hard work that we do? And sometimes it's physical on top of mental, on top of, you know, if we are doing weddings, it's literally the most important day of someone's life, which means even when we're having a hard mental day, you have to put that in a box and put it to the side and create a rager. And sometimes, in my opinion, that's the hardest. Yeah. So who wants to tackle this question first?
I can go first. I'll go first.
All right. Sam, let's go.
So if we're going to sum it all up, because I'm not going to take forever, it's like me time. Like behind the deck is like my world. So I like escape reality. So for me, music has been my language since I was, I don't know, probably out the womb, to be honest with you. Like, music is everything to me. So to be able to create those special moments that family is going to talk about till the day they die and then tell the next generation and the next generation and bring it down, and you were a part of that, there's literally no better feeling. Mm-hmm. So I will do this till I literally am in a wheelchair. Till I physically can't anymore. This is my career. This is my job.
But like equal opportunity. So like we'll just build a new booth that you can DJ from lower so that you could do it in your wheelchair.
All right, listen to me. I would like to retire at some point in my life, though, and relax.
What do you put her in a wheelchair? When she
I'm just saying, she said she's going to DJ until she's in the wheelchair. So, like, why is that a breaking
Probably.
point here?
Probably.
Like,
Honestly, I'll probably be deaf first.
I'm sorry. The things that come out of my mouth, I don't know. Whatever.
Sorry, Kristen. I'll get you a walker soon for your next birthday.
Yeah.
I don't need a walker right now. Thank you.
We're gonna elevate the DJ furniture game. #exclusive. Right? Wheelchair furniture. Get Joe Bun on that, or Danny Max. Make it some wheelchair
go.
furniture.
All right, B, get us in our feelings. Why do you love doing what you do? Why do you wake up and do it every day? What's your passion, boo?
Girl, I love that you said that. I'm gonna say the same thing as Sam. I think that I've been a fan of music since the moment I opened my eyes. I can't imagine or remember loving anything as much as I've loved or connected with music, and the power that it has to unite people, to overcome things, to make you feel things or get over things or whatever. It's such a powerful, powerful medium to use. And I love people. I love connecting with people on like a level, you know, not just a superficial level, but like a real level. And I also love, you know, just feeling like I'm trying to do my part in infusing some sort of a positive energy into this earth and love into this world. So I love on people through music. And so that's why I love to do what I do. And that's why I do what I do, because I'm trying to love on people through music.
I mean, #same, like #love on people through music. I can't even add anything else to that. So, but I do have some ideas, but Jess first.
I mean, it's
Don't
the same kind
steal
of
my
story.
entry. Sorry.
What'd you say?
I said, don't steal my entry. And then I said, sorry. Sorry.
I think it's the same thing, man. Like, we all have performing in our blood, and that has been part of us since we were little kids, right? Like, I was in a band called the IQ Party Patrol, and there's some of my fondest memories was performing on the stage by my parents' pool. Like, I loved that. I loved writing songs, and then, you know, it's just always been a part of me to be a performer, right? I tried other things. I tried to be a teacher. I tried to be an event planner. I tried to work in an office. Nothing connected to my soul.
Jess, you can't work in an office, babe.
Well, I mean, like, now it's like my bedroom office, which is beautiful, you know? But legit, like, my work has to connect to my soul. I can't just work to live, to make a paycheck. Like, it has to have meaning, right? So obviously being a performer, working with music, being creative, blazing my own trail, that's always really enticed me, that I wanted to do that. And also I'm kind of like a psychic with love, you know, tell everyone you heard it here first. So it makes sense that I'm in the business of love because I pick up on the craziest things. So I think that I'm really meant to be there. If you guys ever want to read it, I'm down. Hit me up. It makes me feel good when I do it.
I want a reading. It's been a life goal.
I don't know if I should do a reading.
I'm already picking up on things, but we could talk later. It's all good. Brittany, we've already talked about your love life, remember?
We have. Yeah, you're right. You got my rock right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. So I like to use the parts of me that just feel fulfilled.
Do you have an Acuity link? I can sign up for that.
Acuity link. I don't know what the word acuity.
Dude, what is that?
Oh my God, Jess, I am about to change your life in front of the world right now.
Oh, wow.
Can I go change?
Guys.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So acuityscheduling.com.
Oh shit, here we go.
Is
Acuity?
Acuity. ACUITY.
Chat.
Get out your cell phones again.
Acuity.
You can sign up and you can sync your Google Calendar with Acuity. And if you use DJ Event Planner, you could sync DJ Event Planner to Google Calendar to Acuity. So when someone's like, hey, do you want to chat? You can literally be like, yes, here's my link.
Like Calendly, right? But probably
yes,
because that's how you roll.
Yes. The other thing you can do in Acuity, probably Calendly too, is you can have different types of appointments. Mm-hmm. So like, for example, we have like, if you want to book a photo booth type appointment, yes, run that similar to Calendly. Yeah. I've got, you know, if a client wants to set up a final planning meeting, I have that. If it's a sales meeting, I have that. Yeah. And then now I have a new one that's like for consulting. You can add that, like, that is like X amount of dollars per hour. So like someone can sign up, submit their payment, get on your calendar. And then I also now have one that's coming like real soon. as soon as I can get a time block to get it done. Where like, if I'm like, hey, you want to be on my podcast? And then I just send them the link and then they can get on my calendar for that.
Ooh, you said your podcast.
Yeah, you did say
I've been
podcast.
wanting
You
to hear about your
it.
Talk about that. And then after, you got to tell us why you love,
Stop. I'm getting really hot. Now everyone's looking at me. I can't deal with this.
No, but I'm so excited that you did that, Kristin. And I want to know about it. Like, what is up with this podcast? And do you love it?
It's incredible.
My heart and my soul is running overfloweth. I have been wanting to do a podcast for at least 3-4 years. It's been on my vision board, but it's been one of those projects where normally, like, Kristin's the type of person where I jump out of the plane and then I build it on the way down. I'm like, F it, let's just go, you guys all know that about me, but like, for the podcast, it's been one project that I'm like, it needs to connect to something. It's got to have a deeper meaning. It's got to, and you all know I've been through this life journey. I'm trying to like find myself, or like the new version of myself, for like the last year. And finally it just hit me. And I don't know what it was. It was like, part of the RDJ Rocks mission is love, lead, excel. So loving what we do, leading by example, and excelling at it all. And that kind of came around, I would say, like 5 years ago. And then we infused it into be part of our mission statement. And then, the girls and I have talked, countless conversations about how do we infuse philanthropy and community and giving back into every day of what we do. Because obviously, like, we're passionate about DJing and we love what we do, and we make money at it, but we also want to give back when we can. And so I'm like, okay, how can we tie that to like that? And obviously we still have to make money because I gotta no one has deleted mortgage payments yet, and like, you got to make payments on the internet so you can go live and stuff. And so then I'm like, let me just do a podcast and I'm just going to call it Love Lead XL. And so then I'm like, you know what? Let's make the first 10 episodes the theme from every year of the 10 years that RDJ Rocks has been in business. So that's what we did. And I put every bit of my heart and soul into that. When we had our party at the end of September, I announced it to everybody and it's live. Episode 3 just came out today. Yep. So I'm so excited because I think this is the one thing that really, really, really puts Kristin's heart and soul out into the world. And I really hope and believe that I can make it a better place through this and through bringing awareness to certain causes and movements. And really just helping people grow business stuff too, because there's going to be a lot of business talk, Yeah,
I listened to your first episode when I was driving to my girls' weekend with my best friend, and I was definitely like taking mental notes from everything that you and what was his name?
Craig.
Craig, yeah. See, I knew it was with the C. Yeah, it's really good, and it's not hard to listen to at all. It was the first episode was about an hour, I think, about 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, and that's because Craig has a lot of Craig juice. I'm trying to keep all the episodes between like 30 and 45 minutes, so it's like quick car ride and then like dunsies.
It was so good. I love it.
Yeah. I got a question for you, but it's like personal. Did you cry more at this last party or at our holiday party last year?
Oh my God. I don't even know.
Because sometimes those flows are like, waterfalls.
I know. What's really funny though is that like I don't get in my feelings very often, but when I do,
it's
get me tissue because
that's awesome, Kristin. I'm really, really happy for you. I think it's amazing what you're doing. That's fantastic.
I
can't wait to see where this goes.
If you guys want to follow along on that journey, I started an Instagram page for it. It's Love Lead XL. I really don't know what I'm doing. It's a bit overwhelming to try to manage 3 to 4 to 5 Instagram pages, but I'm at least updating people, letting you guys know the episodes are coming out. And then today I just created a link to where, like, if you really want to know when the episodes hit, you could sign up on the email list and I'll send you an e-blast and be like, what's up, guys? Here's another episode.
Awesome.
So yeah, I just spoke to a couple people today about some issues that are really, really near and dear to my heart. And so I can't wait to bring on and kind of start the next season, because I think that there are definitely some things in our industry that we don't talk about that I'd love for us to talk about, because I think that if there is going to be change in the world, it's got to start small, it's got to start in your home, and it's got to start in niche groups. So I am so freaking excited.
It looks good. Instagram looks good, by the way, girl.
Thanks, Boo.
Yeah.
So back to passion. Obviously, right. I just like threw all my passions out there for you guys. But kind of the one thing I would add that you guys haven't talked about is there's this one book I'm reading. Jess, get out the Amazon link and I'll send it to you when I'm done with it. But it's called The Molecule of More. And it talks about, there are some personality styles that like crave more, right? And they talk about dopamine, and there's like 4 different levels of, there's serotonin, there's this, there's that, there's the other thing. And as I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh my God, like when I DJ, it gives that to me. So I think in addition to passion and music and loving on people through music and all of those things, there's one more piece to that I would add. And I think that every DJ who's a great DJ, they crave those moments. Like we crave being able to create magic on a dance floor or get a DJ point, or when someone's like, yeah, I see you. You know what I mean? Like that creates dopamine, and like we love that, we crave that. Or like I've been experimenting with, even like the silly stuff, like playing on things that are not my SX3. Like I went up to New Jersey and I played on Sam's CDJs, and like, I don't know, just touching like new buttons and like playing, that's another thing that really excites me about this. And that's the one thing I'd probably add to it. So
it's like a little kid, like in like Toys R Us back in the day before they closed down. Like there's so many toys. To a DJ, like a new board, a new mixer. That's a new toy. I'm gonna play with it and never get bored of it.
Yeah. It's super.
Yeah, my SZ's 5 years old. I love that deck. It's my favorite thing in the world.
And it's funny because I've definitely never been the person that's like, when a new piece of gear comes out, I've never been like, I have to have that, because like I'm ride or die. Once like I'm in, like that's it. I'm in love. We're done. But it's been really fun playing on different systems and learning different techniques and ways to transition. So I don't know. That's it. That's it. Boom.
Yeah, super fulfilling. Super fulfilling.
So true.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Okay. So I want to talk about another piece of gear real quick. So the wedding I did this past weekend, it was in an outdoor venue, and I brought my 2 K12s and my 181. And I'm telling you, like, I mean, we raged. Now their music wasn't, if you would have saw the crate, you wouldn't have called that a rager, right? Like some of the songs, they were very like, Dad wanted Rolling Stones, and the hottest request of the night was Happy Together by the Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
So in a DJ's world, that wouldn't be considered a rager, but like between that and like my quick mixing and like oldies with like new stuff, and like I kept sneaking in like sprinkles of like, I'm gonna get you, don't worry. And then my subwoofer, I was like, yes, baby rager in full effect. Thank you.
That's the 181 is no joke. You can't, it's all you need in life is a 181.
I like those tight setups.
What have you guys experienced as far as like using the QSCs in like different applications? Because like B, you're doing a lot of outdoor stuff, and what are they called? Like the cycle classes where there's like 100 people, right?
Yeah. They're performing so incredibly well. It's an unbelievable thing to see. Like I did a gig at USC with DJ Keyless, and it was a massive outdoor space. And she had 2 12s, we had 2 12s, and we had 2 10s, which I was like, this is going to be interesting. Those 10s, I mean, we already know the 12s do what they're supposed to do. But even the 10s were incredible at filling that space. So I'm just so impressed, because you would think that it would require so much more, but there's such a powerful, clear speaker that They're very well done, especially for the outdoor spaces. Really,
I love
really
this.
good.
DJ Jenny is in the comments and she's like, I crave a dance floor and music and lights. And then she says, I need a 181. Jenny, it's in the warehouse. Just come borrow it. Like, when I don't have it assigned to an event, like, Jenny, just load it in the van.
Yeah, just load it. It's just bulky. I mean, listen, I love the 181. My favorite is when we have those tight setups, but you still need a sub because it's a wedding and it's right next to you and you just feel like your heart. I love when it's like that. Like that sub, if you really crank it, like your heartbeat will turn into that sub. Like,
Yeah.
Especially if you have two of them. Woo.
Jenny's like, you don't have to tell me twice.
I was at a wedding not too long ago DJing in Morgantown, West Virginia, which is near WVU. And one of my speakers, it just started making this weird, repetitive, I'm like, oh, crap, what's going on? You know what I mean? So I use a Qsc 10 as my monitor because I like my monitors loud and bassy. And that's also my backup plan. If something should happen and I can't get to the speakers, you know, where I've put them. So I just quickly switched it out. Now it's the 10. The speaker that I had up is a 12. And it had a better sound quality than the one I was using. I had no clue. You know, the bass just like the first thing I heard was the bass on that bad boy in deep mode. And I was so impressed. So yeah. I've actually switched out from what I was using to using both Qsc K10s for events. Now that's under 200 people though, because I do need to bring more for more than that. But yeah, I had no idea it was all like that. But
yeah. It's funny because like our little group message, we call the Qsc bad biddies. And so like, I feel like that little K10 is a bad little biddy herself. So
yes, she is. She is a bad biddy. That is for sure.
My husband just posted in the comments, we were also at a wedding and the bass got so loud that a piece of the wall fell off, hit him on the head and broke all over my SX2. So that was interesting. That was yeah, a Qsc sub wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? It would have been like, oh no, I'm loud, but don't, you know?
Wow. Yeah, that's wild.
Anyway,
I mean, I wish I was there to see that.
Oh, girl.
I saw your Instagram post on that.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. It just reminds you what to do when something happens, like take pictures, you know? So anyways.
Sorry. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Is there anything else you guys want to chat about today?
Can't wait to see you soon in Florida for my events. I'm excited.
Let's go. If anybody needs work, send me a DM. We'll go through the interview process. If you're the right fit, I need people in Florida. Let's go.
Yeah. We're just banging
just gonna throw that out there. Just another reminder, guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure that you Google search the Qsc Obsessed Contest that we have going on right now. What we're really looking for is if you just send us a video of why you are obsessed with what you do. We have two different categories, the musician and the DJ category. You could win $5,000 in all of this bomb Qsc gear where it's not going to rattle things off a wall, but it definitely will enhance the twerking. So Google search that for the deadlines and all the details and whatnot. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Let's just kind of go around the room and tell everybody where they can find you next or online.
DJ Jess 412 Instagram all day, every day, to the point where it's probably not healthy. Find me there. It's true.
I love it. Okay, I'll go. I'm your girl, BSelecta. You can find me on Instagram too. Thursdays, I DJ live on Twitch at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, that's it.
All right, I'm Sam, BPN. Thursday, catch me at the Bradford in Bridgewater. Friday, Concourse in Woodbridge. If not, Instagram, call me. Let's work.
Call these ladies for a good time, but not like that. Once again, I'm Kristin Wilson. You can find me on the gram at Meet Kristin. Link in bio has everything else to get you anywhere else you need. Qsc, thank you for having us, and we'll see you guys on another episode of Play Out Loud.